Hello everyone. First of all, thank you for 500 subscribers. I don't know if subscriber specials are still a thing, but here I am doing one anyways. Since I don't want to yap about anything on a special, I instead decided to talk a bit about me, so that you might get to know myself a bit better. And the topic for today is a look at my personal history with Arknights. Like, what did I do in regards to this game in like 4 years? But where do we even start this video? The obvious thing would be at the beginning, but I have a feeling my story starts a bit earlier than that. Before the official release of Arknights CN, there always was a lot of concept art going around the internet. I stumbled across it anywhere, be it Twitter, Pixiv, or even Wallpaper Engine. And with a wallpaper is actually where my story starts. But it wasn't a PC wallpaper, but a mobile one. Because back then, I got a new phone, and I needed a wallpaper for that one. And with a bit of looking around, I stumbled across one of these concept arts, or one of these artworks. And before you have to guess what image I have found, it was this one. Some of you would recognize this as Frostleaf, and some others as a tragedy of game design. I set it as my wallpaper, and that was it. I didn't know where it came from, neither did I care much about where it came from. I just know I liked the character design, and so I wanted it. But at one point I have gotten curious. I wanted to know where it came from. And with a bit of research and me being active in the gacha community, I stumbled across a pretty bare bones website which listed up some of the release operators. And there I looked into Frostleaf's eyes for the first time, and I fell in love with her design. It could be because my waifu taste, but this is a completely different topic. And from this point it was clear that when the game releases on global, this would be an operator I would invest my time into. Seeing how she was a low rarity operator, it just made it oh so sweeter for me. And I just waited for Arknights to finally release. And then it finally happened. Arknights released, I got her in my first handful, and she became a staple in my teams. It was almost like fate, some would say. Back then, it didn't matter to me how good or bad she was. I played every story stage and every event with her. But it quickly changed when the first tier lists started to show up, and she was just deemed terrible because of her E2. So, to this day, I decided to make myself one single mission. Find every way possible to make her viable. But this is still a work in progress thing that might take forever to complete. So, where did my journey go ever since the start of Arknights? It honestly was quite a wild ride. My first year in Arknights was plagued by bad luck all around. I still to say I remember every banner where I wanted an operator from and I didn't get them. I spent multiple pulls trying to get certain operators. And then there were other banners where I didn't want an operator from, and I just decided to do like 110 pull, and I got the operator I didn't want. For example, I always wanted to have Skadi, Nyan and Rosmontes. I didn't get them, but instead on the 110 roll I did on the Shen, Place and Mostima banner, I got them. When their banners were around for the first time. Skadi took a while, but I randomly got spooked by her at one point. Nyan took, I think, a 300 spark, so did Rosmontes, and even other operators in the future like No the Radiant Knight. But at least after 1 year of Arknights, I was sure that I was going to like this game, with a few exceptions here and there. These exceptions were the CC events, most likely because of how inefficient I was playing the game back in the day, not building the right operators and just being lazy all around. Like, I have Silver X since the start, but I haven't built this man, and many operators, other operators that some would consider to be good. So CC always felt like too much work for me. Fortunately for me at the time, content creation for Arknights was still a distant idea, so I never felt any need to be a completionist at any event, so I left out many medals, which to this day I might regret a bit. But I did start with content creation in the year 2020. On Twitch, but as a League of Legends streamer. Talking about bad luck, right? It was quite a fun time. I met some of the friends I still have until today. I played quite a few games at the time, be it League, Dark Souls, Dishonored, Genshin Impact. But it wasn't until the 25th of March 2021 where I did my first Arknights stream, which was the Rewinding Breeze, the Surta event. But this was just the first stream. Unfortunately, it was just to test the waters and it wasn't really successful. But later on, I finally committed onto the first switch, the 6th of July 2021, beyond here and a bit of Mansfield's break. This marks the start of me switching from mainly League of Legends and sometimes variety to Arknights and variety content. I still stream Arknights event to this day, but with varying success. I enjoyed the streams, and especially when some other Germans joined me in chat. Be it a person named Arknights, who still visits my streams until today, and many others, and helps me out with many things. Especially if it comes to game knowledge. And ever since 2021, my involvement in Arknights became different. In actually joining some communities, with one standing out more than ever. The Harmoses, a Arknights D&D group consisting of Sessive, Kaiser MLG, Skorek, Diapoliviso, and Para. This also pretty much marked the day when I first started playing D&D ever, but this also is a sorry for another day. It just ignited my love for D&D. On their server, I met some of the friends I still have today. Many of the guys from the video I made with them, and I'm glad to have met them. Through them I met many others that are just as crazy, degenerate, and idiotic as me. And they are just the best people I've ever known. From this point onward, nothing much happened. Arknights was still my main gacha game, a game that I would never stop playing. While I would sometimes try to stream other games, it wasn't as fulfilling or just didn't sit right with me. I streamed the events as usual, but I was trying to build more reach. I wanted to reach out to more people. So there were a few things that had to be done. I decided on social media presence, it didn't really work out. So I instead decided to promote stream clips on TikTok, which also didn't work out, and streaming became more depressing instead of enjoyable. Because my plan was always like building some reach and then slowly transitioning into an English Twitch channel. This never really was much of a success. So instead, on the 3rd of August 2023, I uploaded my first ever Arknights video to my YouTube channel. A stream compilation of the Burner Wind Pulse. But the views weren't good enough. It also wasn't fulfilling. So I decided to play around a bit. I needed something else. I needed something to set me apart from all of the other content creators. Instead of doing stream clips where barely anything happened, and where I had to subtitle my German ass, I decided to take a look at what was still missing in Arknights. We had stream clips, we had lore, gameplay, guides, operator discussions, operator reviews. But one thing that was missing was someone to discuss more general things. That rants about certain things. And this is where I saw myself. This is what I then wanted to do. Because on the 19th of August, I instead decided to upload my first rant video, discussing the collab event with Monster Hunter. And this became my stable content. Ranting. Videos about game mechanics like modules, power creep, alters, designs, archetypes, status effects, event ideas, and even game modes. This is what I wanted to talk about, with many strong videos and obviously with the ups and downs as well, with good takes and horrible takes, honestly. And this pretty much is where we are today. I once again have to thank you for your support and that you are still watching my videos. I'm trying my best to get back to a consistent schedule. So if you have any ideas, leave them in the comments, because honestly, the entire thing of trying to stream with nothing really happening is so depressing that it actually also affected my content ideas. But I don't want to end this on a sad note. So, instead, I just want you to like and subscribe, so that I might be able to do another video like this somewhere in the future. Maybe if we hit 750 subscribers, 1000 subscribers even. And of course, by the time this video most likely comes up, I wish you all a happy new year. And hopefully, I will see you again to many more videos that are going to come out in 2025. Have a good one.